Hey guys, I'm back, and yeah, I'm back for some night raids and some random talk. And yeah, I just got off work. Kind of exhausted. I think it's more the heat, and I guess I'm still irritated from this morning. And it's strange. I should be happy about it. And I don't know. I know. I'm just. I guess I'm just trying to, I guess, process, what's going on as far as why I'm having this. I'm trying to figure out why, because I guess if you count these past 2 weeks, like last weekend, I end up actually let's go back 3 weeks. I got Negan, I got Lee, and then the next following week, I end up getting Red Clem, Green Abe, and Green Carl. And then today, I end up getting Shiva. So that's a total of 6 5 stars in 3 weeks. That and you think about it, that's a lot. Anybody be happy. Anybody be happy to receive that many. You know, much less receive three in 1 week. One weekend you end up getting 3 5 stars. Yeah, you know what? Someone would be happy. And I'm not trying to make it sound bad, or I'm not trying to. It's just I don't know. Maybe I've been doing polls. I guess big polls in for a while now, and maybe I'm just getting fed up with Scopely. And I don't think I spent 180 today, and like I said, it's messed up how I think. Oh, I only spent 180. That's not too bad. It's not supposed to be like that. But I think I spent that 180. But I think what upset me the most about about this morning, because it's not that I should be happy that I got Shiva, but I started thinking about the other people. Other people that's gonna do big, maybe 2 or 3 big pulls and not even get her. Because the last time Shiva was, when she debuted, there's a lot of bad stories. A lot of bad stories in the forums, and I haven't checked the forums today to find out whether or not people have been getting her. But I know the last time a lot of people they spent close to 1,000, and didn't even get her. And that's just sad. And and I thought about, I guess this morning, I guess the thought of because I know there's been times I've done a lot of big pulls during when one event, and didn't get nothing. And I know that feeling. I guess this morning, after doing that first big pull, and all I got was 3 stars, and a couple 4 stars. It just it really it really upset me. It made me angry, because I'm like, man, it's the same old story. Same old story. It's never gonna change. Scopely's gonna keep doing what they're doing, and I'm not helping. You know, me doing these polls all the time, doing these big polls, and keep every time they advertise a card, and I'm doing polls. I'm actually enabling them. I'm enabling them, and that's, I guess, this morning I kind of maybe it occurred to me that maybe I need to take a break from doing these polls. And that's a hard thing to do, because once you develop that, I guess, because this is addictive. Doing these polls and getting 5 stars after you start getting a couple, it's very addictive, because this is, like I said before, it's a gambling system. And we already know, there's a lot of people with gambling problems. And this thing right here, the way their system is set up, it's almost like it's the same thing, except you're not winning money. But you are losing money. You're not winning money. You're winning. Game code. No, you can't even trade it. You can't even do nothing with it except play it in game. But you are losing money, like it's gambling. And yeah, I apologize. I don't want to start this off with just something negative, but I guess maybe that's why I'm in the mood, kind of in the mood that I am now, because I just been thinking about it all day. And then the thought of, you know, I really mean what I said. I hope you guys were lucky. For the ones that did do polls today, I know a few that tried and they weren't that lucky. But I hope a good amount of you guys were. But yeah, I'll say again, sorry. I don't mean to start this off, negative, because it's Friday. If anything, you should be happy. You should be happy, and that's the thing that bothered me the most. This morning, I'm getting these 5 star. I got this 5 star this morning. Last week I had 5 stars, but I guess the feeling of getting a 5 star now, is short lived. I'll feel good about it or happy for maybe an hour, but then that's it. I remember before, I get a 5 star, I'd be happy all day. It'll be a couple days, I'm still wow. I remember first time I got Lee, I got him, and then the next I don't know how long, but I was happy. The first time I got him, and that's how you're supposed to feel when you get a 5 star. But lately, I think it's gotten to a point where I think I'm just doing this out of habit now, instead of doing it. Uh, it's I think I'm trying to get that same rush that I had when before, when I just started and I started getting 5 stars. I'm trying to replicate or try to get that same feeling, but it's not the same anymore. To me, it's same. I get that maybe an hour of wow, I got them. Ooh, I'm happy. But then afterwards, I think, man, here I did it again. I keep telling myself, to cool it, to slow down, concentrate on who I got now, level up, max out the one cards I got now, because it makes, if anything, I'm digging myself in a hole, with all these 5 stars, all these cards that I gotta work on, and I just getting myself deeper and deeper, and it's gonna be all right, okay. This basically, I gotta rethink. I gotta process, the way I go about spending money in this game now, because I invested a lot already, and it's time for me to take, just, I guess I'm not saying I'm boycotting, because I will do pulls from time to time, but I need to get back to the way I was before, where I didn't feel I have to do the pulls, where I didn't feel, before I used to see it. I see something advertised, I go, okay, that's cool, I'm not gonna do pulls, that card don't interest me. Nowadays, I see a card and I just go, oh, let me just get the pull, maybe I'll get the 5 star, maybe I chase, and I think that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to chase that feeling, again and again and again. But it's, this morning I chased that feeling of getting a 5 star, got that Shiva, but that feeling of getting wasn't as satisfying as it used to. So okay, yeah, this is a strange way to start the night, start this upload. But yeah, I guess I just needed to get that off my chest, and I do apologize if this is something that you guys don't want to hear. I apologize for that. And you know what? Let's just get started with this upload. Let's get these what we usually do every night. But I am gonna start it off with this. Yeah, I got enough tokens for the elite items. Get some more Brady's. Most likely get more Birds. But maybe since I had a big pack fail, maybe I'll get lucky with this one, and maybe I'll get something nice from the elite items. And I got enough for the 4-star weapons to do one pull. So we're gonna do the elite item tokens first, then we're gonna do the 4-star weapons. But we look at this, so far right now, that 5-star, I still need about 7,000 before I could finally do one of these, which is, it'll be cool, if I could do one. Well, actually, I hope, I hope by the time I get enough where I get that 10,000 coins or tokens, that they change up some of this roster. Cause let's take a look at this. I got Ellen, I got Clem, I got Andrea. I don't have Shane. I got Ezekiel. I don't have Kenny. I don't have Larry. I already have Darius. I don't have Angela. I have Mark. I don't have Heath. I don't have Richard. I don't have Caroline. I got Tyrese. And I don't got Negan. I think we went through the whole thing, And basically, I basically got half of this. I got half of the cards that's in this friggin' rotation. So what do you think the odds of me getting a duplicate? So I'm saying that it's going to be a long time. It's going to be a long time before I get enough to do a pull here. But I'm hoping that they at least, add more. So the chances of me getting a duplicate will be lower, But yeah, let's and let's just take a look at this too. I think even if I get all, this, I don't think I'm gonna do a pull. I don't need any 4 stars. I mean, I'm at the point where I don't need 4 stars. I do have 4 stars in my roster. I know some of them I do use, but most of them I just use them for scavenger missions. It's just I can't use a lot of them because they don't. My roster or my teams are full already, but there are a few good ones. So I'm pretty sure some people will be interested in this. Me, I probably, even if I have enough, I probably won't even do any pulls. Maybe if they throw Molly, because I don't have Molly, maybe I give it a try. Maybe I'll get a chance to get her. But with the roster they have here in the rotation, I don't think I would even go for that. But yeah, you know what? We're doing too much random talk now. Let's go ahead and do these polls. Yeah, let's do these polls right now. Yeah, let's you know what? I'm not one of those guys that sit there and try to I guess put it in one a certain spot. I usually just do the polls. So let's go back out and then let's just go press it. Let's just press this. Okay, not too bad. If I decide to sell her, I at least get some 390 SD points, but it's not too bad. It's better than Bert. I'm getting tired of seeing Bert. I see enough of him during war. You see him in the training grounds. You see him. You see they basically hand him out free. He's like one of those things that people just hand out when you enter a building. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I got that one. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I don't know what I'm gonna get. But this will be my first time doing this, and I'm hoping I get something decent. But who knows? But let's go ahead and let's go and do this. I never seen this before. This is new. I don't think I've seen this. It's not too bad. It's just new. St. John's carving knife. Who the heck is St. John? Who the heck is St. John? Is he that priest? I'm not too sure. I've never heard of St. John. I don't think it's John the 2-star trainer or 1-star trainer. St. John. So this one, it actually 30 defense. That's not bad. I could build on that. The 20 crit, I'm pretty much going to remove that. Maybe I'll put a large AP gain or something. But I'm definitely going to remove that crit. I already have crit weapons for my fast. So, yeah, that 30 defense is not too bad. It's a 4-star. It's something new. I've never seen this before, but cool. Something new. That's what I was hoping for. Get something that I haven't gotten before. But St. John, who the heck is St. John? I never heard of St. John. St. John. But, yeah, let's go see what Earl's doing. Because nobody want to take him for raids, so he's stuck in the army all the time. greatly improve. Okay, cool. Just adding a little bit more defense. Chances are I'm gonna reset this weapon anyways, but I just had some extra wood lying around, and it don't the material it takes to do that type of upgrade. It's one of those common, or I guess 1 star mats, so not too bad. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let's do what we do all the time. Let's talk about a card, and I think we talked about Negan yesterday, and I'm trying to think which card I haven't talked about yet. I think we talked about Joshua. We talked about the Wanderer, and let's see. Rick. I think during war I talked about him a lot. Because he was the third prize of the war, and I talked about him already. So and he's the first 5 star, and I'm pretty sure everybody already knows this card. Everybody already knows that card. So maybe we should talk about Kenny. Yeah. You know what? I haven't really used Kenny that much, but you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about it. We'll talk about Green Kenny, but let's go back to it. I'm trying to figure out I don't know what his actual stats maxed out, but you know what? I spent enough time doing random talk, so let's just take a look at his AR, and let's take a look at his specialist skill. His stats maxed out. I do know, his defense is pretty good. I believe it's above that 800. His health is pretty good too. I believe it's above that 1100. But I do know for sure his attack is low. His attack is around 760, 770. Because I know that because when I pulled him, I looked at his max stats, and I was a little bit disappointed. Because the new Carl, the 5-star Carl green one, came out, and his 5-star Carl has higher attack. His attack is a lot higher, and his AR does more damage. And so when I got this Green Kenny, and you know what, I love Green Kenny. Green Kenny. I love Kenny the character. From the Telltale series. I like his character in season 2. I thought, I didn't really like him in season 1, but in season 2 he kind of grew on me, because I guess because Lee was gone, and he's the one that had to take the role as far as taking care of Clem. So yeah, I do like his character, and plus, the tough blue Kenny, yeah, he's an awesome card. But unfortunately, Green Kenny is pretty good, but he's just not as good as his tough counterpart. But yeah, I do know, like I said, his attack is kind of disappointing. I want to say below average. It's below average because this is 760, and the fact that well, before we go in, let's talk about his AR. Group Smash. It's a 58 AP fast, so it's basically turn 3. But with the weapon, right, with the AP weapon gain, and Michona's lead, it's turn 2. With a command specialist, or if he gets hit, it's turn 2. Now it deals 275 damage to one enemy and all enemies adjacent to it. All teammates get 30% attack for 2 turns. Now the buff is pretty nice. 30% for 2 turns. That's not bad. Now, I guess what disappointed me a little bit was how much damage he deals. Especially since his attack is lower. Because if you think about it, let's talk about 2 cards. You have Jesus, yellow Jesus, that does 325% damage. And then you have yellow Sandy that does 350 damage. Now, both of them, their damage when they do their ARs is almost similar, as far as damage output, how much damage they deal when they do their ARs. Even so, Jesus, his attack is is above that 800. It's around 860 or 850, while Sandy is only 777. But because Sandy deals 350% damage compared to Jesus 325, I guess it evens it out a little bit, where their damage, it's not that much, much of a difference when they do their ARs. Now, if we compare Kenny, his attack stats is lower than Michonne's, because Michonne's is high, 870, 74, I believe, or 76. It's pretty high up there. Now, Michonne does 350% damage, and she has a high attack. So it only would make sense, since Kenny's attack is lower, it's in the 760, that his AR should be able to put out more damage, just to even out, I guess, to balance it, between those two cards. But it doesn't do it. Instead, this green Kenny, he deals about 75% lower, damage than Michonne. At the same time, more than 100 points in attack stats lower than Michonne's. So it's and just because he does an attack buff, it shouldn't be like that, because this attack buff is pretty standard. 30% attack. It's not that much. You got cards now that do 60%, 50%, 75%. You got cards out that do that now. So that 30%, that's almost, a lot of 4-stars do 30%. So maybe, they were, I don't know whether or not they Scopely, when they made this card, they thought about it too much. Maybe they just put them out just to put them out. But yeah, this AR to me, it's a little bit disappointing. I haven't really tested them out too much, but at the same time, just looking at it and knowing how high his attack goes, his attack stats, that's a little bit disappointing to me. But I do want to use him, and I do like Kenny as a character, so I will run him with a team. I might make make one green team where it's all splash damage. Michonne does splash damage, Kenny does splash damage, and Carl. So I might do a 3 splash damage combo with those 3. But we'll see once I level him up a little bit. Now, his specialist skill. Here we go again. Collateral damage. Oh, I hate this specialist skill. They need to remove this. I'm not gonna go over it. I'm pretty sure everybody already knows this collateral damage. It's just random. It rarely activates, and it's just, to me, it's awful. I just don't like it. It doesn't do enough damage. 50% damage. And sometimes when I see Sandy use it, it does not much. It doesn't even. It's almost like, it doesn't do enough damage. That 50%, it doesn't do enough damage where it really, it's worth. I'll just say I don't like this specialist skill. So it's kind of like 2 negatives on this card. His AR is pretty weak. Actually, I'll go as far as saying three things that I don't like. I don't like his specialist skill. I don't like the fact his AR doesn't do that much damage. But I do like the 30% attack buff. That's a plus. And I also don't like the fact that his attack stat is below average. It should, if anything, it should be at the 800. With this AR only dealing 275, his attack should be 800. But I do love Kenny, and what? Even so, I say all this stuff, I do like his character, and I like his character model for this card, and I do look forward to using him once I max him out. I say this stuff, but I still think he's a pretty good character, and maybe once I start using him, maybe my thoughts about him will be changed. It'll be different. But for now, that's how I feel about him. And yeah, you guys, if you guys want to know how I got him, it's in one of my uploads. It's in my first attempt to do a big pull for Lee in the ×2 event. But I got him on the single pull, on the first single pull, because I did 2 single pulls before I did the big pack, and he came out that first pull, and it surprised the heck out of me. like I said, I like Kenny, his character. I will, I will, I really like the blue Kenny, but when he came out, I said, okay, cool. I like Kenny. I like, he's a green card. Maybe I could set him up with Michonne, do some, splash damage combos like I do with my fast team. But yeah, that's Kenny, and like I said, if once I start using him and max out his level, maybe my opinions will change, and I'll talk about him again. I'll change my opinion on him if he does prove to be a good card. But yeah, that's Kenny. That's all I gotta say about that. And let's go get some raids done. Let's get this raids done. It's Friday. I got stuff to do. Yeah, maybe I'll do some drinking tonight. Drink my sorrows away, because I lost 180, 180 before the day started. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some raids. Yeah, let's do some raids, and let's go and find ourselves some bots. Let's find ourselves some bots. But we're gonna need to get some food, so I'm gonna go ahead and collect one of these. Yeah, I've been storing all these food. That's a lot of food from one of them. But yeah, let's try to get lower. Let's go lower. No, Chad, I'm chaining. 37, 34, 22. Okay, let's go Negan. Let's go Negan on these guys. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and see. Let's attack Larry. Let's try to take Larry out, and then we're gonna take out that Michonne up there. And I'm not. Yeah, let's go ahead with Garrett again. Okay, that's not good at all. That is not good at all. But I needed that negative 55 from Negan, but that's okay. We'll try to we'll do what we can. I'm gonna shield with Garrett. Garrett dies. Let Garrett die. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Let's take her out, and then we should be okay. We should be okay. It's kind of rough. I only, my cards are T3. They're tier 3, while going against tier 4 cards. But we did survive that one. Okay, 27. Let's try to go lower. Let's go lower. Yeah, of course it's gonna go higher. But let's keep trying. Let's burn some food and keep trying to get. Yeah, that's low enough. Let's go ahead and do this. But let's go green. I keep using my yellow when I see blue, but green, I could use my green. Okay, let's go ahead and let's take out Tyrese. I don't want him to do that 80%. Then we're gonna take out Jesus, and then we're gonna go. Let's hit Herschel. Even if he brings somebody back, that'll be fine. Because it's gonna be over now. It should be over now. Yeah. Oh, man, Richard, you are one tough cookie. I don't know how he survived that. Okay, this is perfect. But she is going, like I said, people that have Ellen, they love putting blues behind. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go with my fast team, but they have Shiva and they have a Lee. Okay, let's go ahead and try to take out. Let's take him out. Okay, that didn't work. Hopefully we take him out on the next one, because we're gonna splash. We're gonna splash with Jesus. Take out Cooper, because his AR is pretty nasty. Okay, let's go ahead and hit with Beth. Get that 40% attack. Take Lee out. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead hit Ellen. I don't know who Shiva's gonna take and who's gonna die from that. Maybe I should have shield, but that's fine. We should be good. We should be good. Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay. That one I should have hit with Lee first, but that's fine. We take him out. Okay. Hit with Lee, get that buff. Hit with Jesus. Next one should do it. Man, man, it's getting tough. Cause usually I got at least 4 guys up, but the last 2 is only 2 guys. You know, and this might be the same one. You know what? Let's try it again. Yeah, the same one. Let's try it again. Maybe we could have more cards survive this one. Let's shield more. You know. Try to survive more. I'll shield with Lee. Take out Lee. It's the same. This is the same thing that happened, but we will shield. We will shield with Lee. Maybe Lee will be taken out, but that's fine. Because we will take out Andrea. So she will not mess. She will not be doing that eagle eye. And then we will hit Shiva. And we're gonna take out Shiva and Ellen. There, we got at least 4 this time. 4 survive. But that's only because I shield this time instead of trying to take damage. I can't take, you know, only Lee can take that damage, that eagle eye. But let's go ahead. Let's go Negan. Let's go ahead and test out Negan again. And that was a big mistake. That was a big mistake. And this person, who I don't know who he is, but he has some nice cards. He has some nice tough cards. He has 2 Andreas, and they're T4. He has Kenny, tier 4, and he has the white at tier 4. And he baited me. He baited me bad. He put Ezekiel up and he set up his defense perfectly. And we will see. Let's go ahead and attack this Andrea. We'll attack that Andrea. And then let's see. Let's hit with Rick. Hit with the Wanderer. Okay, we did good. The 4 blues, 4 tier 4 blues against 4 tier 3 reds. Not too bad. But like I said before, this game is offense heavy, which is the only reason I'd say, the only reason why I survived that. But just as soon as that match started, it's like you always got a feeling I might end up losing it. But we did survive that. But we were lucky. We were lucky that time. Man, that Ezekiel, yeah, and he really fooled me with that Ezekiel. Okay, Lee's gone. Yeah, that Heath, he hits hard. That Heath really hits hard. Which is why we're gonna try to take him out. But man, that Heath is strong too. Let's go ahead and hit him. Let's see how much damage we could give him. Yeah, he's pretty strong. I do believe this Heath, he has his defense is pretty high. I think it's 811. Okay, and yeah, that's all my raid cans. So yeah, okay, that's all. That's all I got for this upload. Did started off with a rant, and I apologize for that. Just like I said, it bugged the heck out of me all day. I kept thinking about it, and yeah, I gotta rethink, and I gotta process all the things all the things that's been going on, like why I'm actually doing these pulls. Whether or not I'm doing them because I need the card, or I'm just doing pulls just to do pulls. And if you're doing pulls just to do pulls, man, that's an expensive habit. That's a very expensive habit. And I don't think that's the kind of habit you want to develop. And it seems like I developed that because it could be an awful card. I'd still, well, I take that back. When Earl came out, I had control. I had self control when Earl came out. Yeah, Earl, you stay in the army. Stay out of the raid tournaments. Stay out of the raid events. Yeah, but that's all I got. It's Friday. I'm pretty sure everybody here got stuff to do. They're gonna go out. Go do some drinking or just spend time with your family. But me, I'm gonna relax a little bit before I decide what I'm gonna do tonight. But yeah, okay, that's all I got. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good evening. Enjoy that Friday. It's good Friday, very good Friday.